Here we are on the rear of the 1952 Special. What we're going to be doing here is using some steel wool on the bumper. Just clean up all the little tiny rust spots. They're actually not too bad yet. I want to try to preserve what I can. Well, I'm not going to go completely haywire on this. It's just kind of a just keeping it where it's at. So all these little cracks here. See if some steel wool can't clean that up a little bit. I went to Home Depot and got some 000 steel wool, so it won't be super rough on the chrome, but it should clean it up pretty well. I might try, do the driver's side first. So this is the driver's side rear. I'm gonna try to get you guys up close here so we can kind of see all the rust and stuff. I'm just gonna do a little bit here this evening. This might be a couple-day project, but just using 000 steel wool and just water and see how this is going to work. So here we are again. So I set an alarm on my phone to wipe and scratch this little piece here. So from this end to about here, so just a little section there for 3 minutes, because we all know is in life when you do hard things, you always feel like you're doing more work than you really are. So I decided to set a timer. So there you can kind of see the rust. I didn't do any of that, just this part here. I don't know if you guys can see right there. There's still all those little tiny dots and pits. I'm not really sure where that's from. But I scrubbed and scrubbed and they did not come off. I might go try to get a small razor blade. Let's see if I can scratch it off without scratching the chrome. I wonder if it's almost like a paint, almost like paint overspray almost. So let me go try it. Tried that razor blade, and it's actually the chrome's. The chrome itself is. It's like it's pitted, like somehow little dots we're eating into, because I can feel the edge of that razor blade kind of, there's edge there as if it got, who knows, somehow eaten away. But for what I'm doing, not a big deal. I'm not going to fret over that. From 3 feet away and probably a good coat of polish, you won't be able to tell the difference. So what I did is I wiped it clean just with a dry paper towel, and used some of this Eagle One Original Never Dull polish. Cleans and polishes all metal. Brass copper. How this works. I'm gonna let that dry and fog up a little bit.
Just that not gonna wash the grits. Okay.
And maybe give this 5 or 10 minutes, see what we got. Well, like with all great projects, I had to cut it a hair bit short because it started to drizzle. But I don't want to show you guys anyway, so I just wiped that polish off. And we're going to see if we can't. Yeah, not really sure. There's a little more shine to it. So I want to stop here and show you guys this back bumper. So I did 2 times with the 000 steel wool. It did quite a bit for the small rust spots. And you know, it looks pretty good. And I haven't put any polish on this yet. And it still has, let me get up close, little dots. Yep, there we go. Those won't come out. Not a big deal for me. I'm not really gonna die on that hill. We have some kind of spots in the chrome. Again, not too worried about those. Just kind of try to keep it looking good where it's at. So here we are on the front of the Buick. I'm gonna start on this front bumper the same way I did the back. Just hit it with some steel wool real quick. I'm gonna hit this too. If you take a look here, I had done this about a week ago. Used some iron out for like a bathroom cleaner on this to try to clean this up. This is, I'll call it pitted. It might be deliberately made that way. I'm not sure. I have to look at some old pictures of other Buicks. But that did a good job cleaning that. It was probably a week and a half ago now. I just want to make sure that chemical wasn't gonna do any more damage, but I will do that to the entire part of that grill. We're gonna steel wool this. You know, it's much like the back bumper. Has some good corrosion there, but that's okay. This guy's a everyday driver. This isn't gonna be in a museum someday. It'll be somebody's parts car, but in some way it's just kind of fun getting out here on a nice evening and getting some quiet time. Looks like somebody took a grinder to that, probably get that bolt off. So I'm gonna spend a little time on that, try to get that rust taken care of a little bit. So give you guys a little update here before the sun goes down on me. So this will be the second coat of that wax on the front bumper on the chrome. You know, I think it does definitely look better. You can tell it has some age to it, which I kind of like. Let me get up close here. I have not wiped off that polish, so you're still gonna have a little bit of that soapy look to it. It definitely looks 100% better though without the rust. And remember that part was ground away there. I got most of the rust off, but I have a family to take care of, other things to do this evening, so I'm gonna have to go attend to that stuff. And then maybe in the next couple of days, this will all be one video, but in the next couple of days I'll be able to work on the Buick straight 8 there and clean that up. I think with that cleaned up, the entire front of this car will look super sharp. So now I'm going to continue with this chrome right here. Goes up and around. Now I did this a couple weeks ago. It's still looking pretty good. There's like a texture to it, so I can't really use a steel wool or any kind of like polish, because you know you simply can't rub it. So I have some iron out for like bathrooms. I'm gonna try that, see how that works, see if we can get it cleaned up a little bit. It wasn't actually that bad to clean up that straight 8 chrome piece there on top. It wasn't bad at all. I actually began to just spray it directly on the metal, little sections at a time, and then wiped it clean. It came off very easily. Has a great look. Now you can tell this has just over the years have corroded into the actual metal, but that did a fantastic job. I still have to spray down some water, just get those chemicals off there altogether, but overall it's looking pretty sharp.